Are these coming across? I guess not.
Hello.
Can they? Is it coming through the speaker? Test, 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 test. Louder, good. Okay. Perfect.
Cool. Yeah, sounds good.
Wally's
gonna be all out of
Wallace Eugene Harmon. I can't hear anything. Wallace Eugene. Test, test, test. Test, 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 test.
We're gonna have to go up louder here to the speaker. So. Still got 3 minutes.
Da-da-da. It's time, Wally. It's time, Wally.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Eagle Nation Coaches Show live here at the Golden Rule. We'll try this again. Make sure it's working. Is that better? Nope. Anything? Check it on the speaker itself. What about now? Nope. I got nothing here. Nothing. Oh, we're not into the speaker. I need a cable. That is not it. Oh, yeah, it is. It's not working. Check. Go to music.
The Golden Rule, the official sponsor of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show, is located at 606 South Church Street in Georgetown, Texas. Eats, drinks, unmatched atmosphere. Above all else, goodwill, friendship, and kind regard.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Nothing.
Good evening, everybody. That working? Welcome to the Eagle Nation Coaches Show live here at the Golden Rule, 606 South Church Street. Another extended week of the show due to this football team showing out on the field Friday night in Magnolia, Texas. What a beautiful game, Kelly. Dave, I tell you what, you had everything against you. We talked to Coach about it last week, and going to be on the road, take on Magnolia West at their field. They had their crowd. They had their PA announcer, everything in line to make them comfortable. This team goes on the road again and snatches the gold ball out of their stadium and brings it back home to Georgetown, Texas. And so an opportunity for these Eagles to advance to the next round. Take a quick time out. Come back. We'll figure out the difficulties.
The Golden Rule, the official sponsor of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show, is located at 606 South Church Street in Georgetown, Texas. Eats, drinks, unmatched atmosphere. Above all else, goodwill, friendship, and kind regard.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. It's coming out. It's coming across. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Testing.
No. My phone was. I turned it off. Turned the Bluetooth off.
Test, test, test. 1 2 1 2 test. Test, test, test.
All right. Can you hear it now? All right, we'll try
All right.
this. Yeah. All right, now welcome
2,
to the Eagle
3.
Nation Coaches Show, live here at the Golden Rule, 606 South Church Street. These Eagles, we're going to start right back over. What a ball game Friday night.
Yep.
These Eagles go on the road and snatch another golden ball out of someone else's stadium and bring it back home to the Georgetown trophy case. And so what a game it was. You saw, I think, a performance out of Noah Boris this year that you hadn't seen. 385 yards passing, thanks to a couple of receivers that went and got everything he threw. 20 of 24 passing for Noah Boris. What a performance there to lead this team. Andrew Petter continues on in the path of dominating the run game. Hard to tackle, making the big runs when he has to have them. But this defense continuing to make a name for itself and silencing all critics that it has all year long. I think they took it personally at some point and turned it around. And Coach Nicky has got these players playing at the next level. And they bought in, and they've kind of taken over. And it's been fun to watch.
Yeah, and I talked to Coach Pryor today from College Station. This defense has his attention. He knows what the offense is. This defense has his attention and has the attention of the College Station Cougars. So the defense is playing its best football of the season at the perfect time. And they didn't just snatch that gold ball from Magnolia West. They ripped it out of hands, stiff-armed people to the ground, kicked, punched. It was awesome. They were punching teddy bears and kicking puppies.
But we'll talk about that one big stiff arm that made its rounds this week on Twitter, and awesome. A beautiful 98-yard play. It looked like, and we'll talk to Coach Griffin about that here in a second, but it was like the play that took the wind out of the sails on the home side of the field. They punted the ball away. When you didn't know if they would or not, down 12, almost 6 minutes gone in the third quarter, they punt the ball away and pin us on the 1 yard line. An incomplete pass, a 1 yard gain. It's 3rd and 9 from the 2 yard line. They're hoping, hey, a good stop, maybe block a punt. And instead, Noah and Boris and Marquise Dominguez say, slow down. We'll take this one to the house. And now we're up 19 and try again. And then they only scored one time in that second half after that. And then this offense and defense kind of just shut it down and ran them out of their own building.
Their punter hitting that punt like that, the fan in me is going, okay, just push it forward a little bit. Let's flip this field some. We'll run a couple plays, punt the ball, get out of there. Obviously, Coach Beatty had different ideas. Obviously, this entire Georgetown Eagle team had different ideas. And obviously, they are area champions.
As they go on to now, a familiar opponent, a big opponent here Friday night. Friday. Tomorrow's Thursday. It's Wednesday. We'll put it all together. Friday night, College Station, well-known. Earlier in the year, a big win, 49-38 at home against College Station, and a win that deflated them a lot. They were up to 3-4 in the state in the rankings, and all of a sudden they became beatable. And people going, wait, what is this Georgetown team?
Right.
And the attention started to shift to this Georgetown Eagle team and starting to get that name out there a little bit more like, hey, this district isn't what we thought it was going to be.
Right.
College Station A&M consolidated than everybody else. Georgetown made a name for themselves on that.
So a lot of similarities on Friday night. We're playing on the same day that we played back in 2017, for those that remember. And the weather, unfortunately, be prepared for the weather. 54 degrees, wind's going to be north at about 12 to 10 miles an hour throughout the night. 80% chance of rain the entire game, so come prepared for that. So a lot of similarities to last week, but the difference is it's not going to be like 2017.
Well, the true difference is we're not going to be outside. We're going to be inside.
That was a rough game in Magnolia West. We broadcast the game in the same weather you guys. We had no windows on that building. It was freezing rain up there as well. but it was an experience.
And we are back on the call this week for NFHS. So if you got the NFHS broadcast, you don't have to pay again. That's a month-long subscription. So you will get the next 3 weeks, whatever it is, of NFHS broadcast. And we are back on the call for NFHS, so we get the Eagles call again.
The only difference in this Friday night, it'll be at 6 p.m., a little bit earlier start, but it's still going to be, the sun will be down. The temperatures will be there in that kind of beautiful football weather, nice and cool. These players tend to wear short sleeves anyway. It doesn't matter what the temperature is, but then they go and perform. And they've had adversity in the last few weeks. We joked about on Monday night the run-ins with the buses and the issues on the bus trips, and then the weather delay against Cedar Park. And this team just steps right back into the role and goes to work. They don't let anything set them back and have to restart. It's just, hey, time to go. And it's go time. And again, they responded beautifully on Friday night against Magnolia West. 55-22. They eliminate Magnolia West and improve to 10-2 on the year. And a beautiful run that they're on right now thanks to this defense and this offense. It's like complementary football being played very well by this team. The defense gets the ball back, and the offense seems to accept that challenge of now go put some more points on the board.
And balanced football.
Absolutely. The running and passing game, when passing is not an option with the high wind at New Braunfels Canyon, you hand it off to Andrew Petter, and 220-something yards later, even they are frustrated because they can't tackle him. But then this week, Drayden Dickman goes off with 2 touchdown catches over 100 yards. Marquise Dominguez lights it up with 4 catches, 2 touchdowns, one being that 98-yarder. And then Weston Bruce, Jacob Weisheimer, 4 or 5 catches, ran over one of the Magnolia West defenders, kind of got his attention there as he ran him over. But players taking the most of their opportunities that they get. This offensive line continuing to inflict punishment on the defensive line, and that'll be a battle. College Station is a good football team, but it'll be an opportunity to kind of exert that dominance on them and try to set the tone that this district's going to run in for the next couple of years. And the Georgetown's in a great spot for that. Let's take a quick timeout.
Hey, before our timeout, best crowd of the season for our coaches show. Appreciate everybody coming out.
I love the way Coach put it when he put it out earlier. I know you're tired of making food. Just come up here, have fun, grab something to eat. And thanks to Golden Rule for hosting us again. We couldn't change anything up. It has to be on the patio. Since we moved to the patio, this team is on an 8-game win streak. So we don't change anything. So if it's colder next week, we're going to be right back out here again. So
bundle up.
Keep wearing your sweatshirts and bring your blankets. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back with head coach Chuck Griffin here on the Eagle Nation Coaches Show live from the Golden Rule.
The Golden Rule, the official sponsor of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show, is located at 606 South Church Street, Georgetown, Texas. Eat, drinks, unmatched atmosphere. Above all else, goodwill, friendship, and kind regard.
Back here live at the Eagle Nation Coaches Show, live from the Golden Rule, 606 South Church Street. Thanks to the Golden Rule each and every week for hosting this Coaches Show. And now we're joined by head coach Chuck Griffin. Coach, Monday night was fun to go and watch the highlights of this team, but to go into Magnolia West and put a hurting on them like we did, like you guys did, was a fun one. Fun to watch. These boys just continue to show out.
Yeah, absolutely. Really proud of our kids, really proud of our coaches. Just being prepared and going down and getting a really big win. I don't think anybody quite expected that, but once we started rolling, we just kept rolling. So that was great.
The start of the game, you talked about it Monday. You told the guys we're going to score on the third play, and Noah and Drayden made sure that happened on a 45-yard touchdown strike for Drayden's first touchdown of the game. But the Eagles get the ball to start, you go down, set the momentum, and then all of a sudden a kind of a messed up snap and hold, a little kick attempt, and they returned it over 100 yards for a 2-point conversion. How do you keep the guys focused there of not letting that get them down and letting that momentum swing?
I think our kids have responded to that kind of stuff all year really well. It was a mistake, something happened, and they just respond by going out and trying to win the next play. And I think it's got to be your mindset. You mentioned the bus rides earlier, the bus challenges and all that kind of stuff. Our kids have just responded really well to the task of winning this play. Like, don't worry about what happened before. Don't worry about what's happening next. Just win this play right here. And they've responded really well to that and kind of kept that mentality all year, so they've done a really good job of that.
The motto that's been out there, the hashtag that's been out there, hold the rope. Mm-hmm. This team seems to just be so bought into what you and this coaching staff has presented to them. They bought into it. They trust you guys and have put forth an effort as they go forward. A challenge like this week with College Station coming in with a like opponent from our district and knowing it's tough to beat the same team twice. Yeah. You can go into that 3 or 4 times. To beat a team twice like this, and especially like College Station, a talented team, how do you get these guys ready for that challenge?
I think it's the same thing we do every week. We've got to take care of us. We talk to the guys in blue or the guys in white. Don't worry about anybody else. Take care of your job. And have the mentality that you've got to decide that you're going to win this play. And if you'll pile up enough of those throughout the night, the scoreboard will take care of itself.
With everything, the adversity that was there with the weather and all that, it didn't seem like it was a factor. And I can't say that it wasn't a factor at all. It just didn't seem to affect much about what the game plan was and how the guys were able to carry that out.
No, I didn't. It wasn't near as cold as the week before. That was a big part. It was cool, but it wasn't cold, and it was raining, but it wasn't like a downpour. So, no, it really didn't come into play. Didn't really affect what we were doing. And we talk about that anyway, about like when you throw a wet ball, it's the same piece of leather you throw when it's dry. You keep it dry by catching it. And that's got to be kind of the mindset. So we've been – this fall, actually, in the last few weeks, the last month or so, there's been a lot of rain. We practiced, and we had a cold, wet, rainy Monday afternoon practice, and they didn't bat an eye. They just went out and practiced just like you expect them to, and they did a great job.
They keep talking about on Sports Talk here during the week. Every coach in high school loves to be practicing the week of Thanksgiving.
Sure.
How does that feel for this program, finally getting off that schneid of the second round, moving to the third round and getting that week?
No, it's really good. We don't get to do this very often. I think that this is my 6th time in my career to practice this. I guess COVID we did, but it was a regular season at Thanksgiving. So, I think this is the 6th time in my career I've been able to do this, and it's a pretty special deal when you get a chance to do it. It's the first time we've had 10 wins since 2013. So it's been 9 years since we've had 10 wins, and really proud of these guys and their effort, what they're doing. And I don't think they're done. I think they're enjoying practice. They enjoy being out there. They enjoy being around each other, and that's a big part of it this time of year. Is doing that, and they're doing a great job of doing their job. That you mentioned, the hold the rope of doing their job, their responsibility, and being good at it and being ready for it.
Guys on a football team are always have some level of closeness, but this team just seems to be closer than typical, and the camaraderie in that locker room, again from the outside looking in, really seems to be exceptional this year.
Yeah, I think it's great senior leadership. We only have 26 seniors, which is about half of normal. I think we had 42 last year, 56 the year before, but this group does a great job leading. We haven't had any drama. There's been no complaining, no drama, no nothing. It's just everybody shows up, does their job, goes to work, and they have high expectations of each other, and they hold each other accountable to those expectations. And we've had some excellent leadership out of our seniors this year.
Well, and it's that student leadership, that student-athlete leadership that really makes the difference between a good team and a great team, isn't it?
Sure, absolutely.
Because the coaching staff can do whatever they want leadership-wise.
Yeah.
But if the players aren't bought in, and it's that top tier of leadership on the team that is really responsible for the buy-in of the whole team.
Absolutely. there's an old saying, you go as far as your senior leadership goes. You know, if you got good senior leadership, you're going to play a long time. If you don't, you won't. You know, and these guys have, like I said, they've done a tremendous job leading all year and are really putting forth great effort, and we've got really high expectations still.
And the seniors that you see as the leaders on and off the field, it seemed to be so spread out. Tucker Griffin at quarterback, he gets hurt, but still is a leader on this team. Your two wide receivers in Drayden Dickman and Marquise Dominguez, big leaders that have multiple years of experience. You go to the offensive line and a Broden Elliott. You flip to the defensive line, a Daniel Obina, a Tyler Duncan, a Brandon Stovall, players that have been around but yet enjoying to play and keep that focus going. In Lewis at linebacker. Then you go to the defensive backfield. I mean, it just keeps spreading out.
Yeah.
But it's like they've all bought in as seniors to make sure they have their best experience. And what they're passing down to this underclass, the younger guys, the juniors and sophomores, is just fun to watch, knowing what they're getting from this senior class.
Yep.
You talk about a game like this from Noah Boris, maybe the best statistically all year. 20 of 24, 300 and I believe it was 85 yards officially passing. The way he controlled that game the other night, some of the passes. We talked about that first pass play of the game, a beautiful spot. The safety just a hair late. Drayden hauls that one in. Just starts that momentum down to the end of the ball game, making simple passes to pick up the first down to keep that clock moving. It seems like Noah had just accepted and settled into this role that, hey, I'm going to run this offense and utilize these weapons around me. How much does that, I guess, make your job even easier and Coach Beatty's job even easier, being able to just open that playbook up?
Yeah, I think anytime you got a quarterback that can do that, you're going to be better, you know. And Noah's been able to handle everything we've given him, everything we've asked him to do. He does a good job of it. He's been very conscientious of preparing and getting ready, which is huge. So he's just growing and continue to get better and better every week.
This defense the other night, it seems like this coaching staff has done a great job this year, and it showed it really against Magnolia West the other night of not only changes at halftime, but changes on the fly. They go down and score on their first drive. We blocked that field goal, the extra point attempt. But then it was like the defense is like, no, that wasn't the way it was supposed to be. They seem to be changing on the fly, adapting to it, making those changes against a team that usually runs the ball a lot better than they did the other night. They had a good job of stopping that run game, keeping Ojeda contained in the sense of not letting him scramble for a lot of yards. How big is that these players seem to be adjusting on the fly more than maybe you expect or maybe you are used to?
I just think that, again, that's just great senior leadership. You know, I think it's good leadership out of our coaches and them being prepared and having a great game plan and our kids being able to go out and execute it. So our defensive guys and what they've been able to do and step up. And you really think about it, we had two simple mistakes that extended a drive that gave them a touchdown. Otherwise, we held them really to one touchdown drive all night. So our guys are really close to playing exceptional football defensively.
As you go down the stats from the defensive side of the ball, you have to go 7 or 8 deep before you get to somebody with less than 7 tackles. Mm-hmm. That's insane.
Yep.
For that to occur, that's just guys flying to the football.
Yeah, that's something we preach and we've talked about, something Coach Nicky brought in is our 9-5-90 rule. We want 9 hats within 5 yards of the ball 90% of the time. And having that mentality, those guys that are starters, they wear a shirt and they all have a number 9 on the back and in the front, and that's what it stems from. And that's the mindset that we want to be running the football. If you can run and you can tackle, then you can play defense.
As you prepared, this week is a little bit challenging with the break and out of school. How have the kids done it in adapting to that to prepare for this game Friday night?
I imagine they've loved it. I mean, they've got to sleep, eat, and play football, and that's kind of been the only thing they've had to do all week. So I think they probably loved it.
Not a bad week.
No, I think they've loved it. The adaptation hasn't been really anything for us. We changed practice up, those kind of things a little bit, but they're here, they're responding well, they're where they're supposed to be and doing what they're supposed to be doing, and they're doing a really good job of it.
You mentioned in passing one time, I don't even remember the conversation where the conversation was happened, but you said these guys like to be on the road.
Yeah, I mean,
the players, not the parents.
Yeah, I don't know that they like to be on the road. It's just the mindset of we're not going to let that affect us. Whatever. We'll go to your house and take your trophy. That's got to be the mindset of. So I don't think they've. I don't know that they like to be on the road.
I'm so stupid.
But I just don't. I think it's just a mindset of it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now this game Friday night, you asked the coach from College Station. We'll just take visitors. This team stays in the all whites. We stay in that stormtrooper look. They've dominated 2 games in that white look, being the visitors, the designated visiting team, even though we're at a neutral field. It's like this team just likes that chip. Like, hey, put something else against us and tell us we're at a disadvantage, and we'll prove that otherwise.
I'll tell you, really, honestly, that was making it a little easier on my part, because if we go blue, we were going to have to get numbers on the back of the jerseys. It cost a lot of money, and I wasn't sure we could get it done with Thanksgiving week. Get them printed, get them sewn on. I didn't think we could get that done this week, so I asked for white jerseys, and he said, "Okay, sure." so I mean, and like I said, our kids have responded really well to that with that mindset. So
I love the tidy whities.
Yeah.
Friday, the game at 6 o'clock, a little bit earlier start, nothing major, especially being out of school. What does that day look like for you guys? I know you guys, because of Thanksgiving, moved the team meal to lunchtime at Friday and then get on the road. How does that day look for you guys and getting these kids ready to go?
Yeah, they'll get to sleep in a little bit compared to normal Friday, but not too much. They'll be up there at 9:30, and we'll go through our normal morning stuff that we typically do on a game day. And then we're going to, once we get packed and loaded up and we get showered and all those kind of things, then we're going to go eat lunch and watch a little football in the cafeteria, for a little while, and then we'll get on the bus and take a road trip.
The bus is planned to take off at what time on Friday?
1:15.
So if anyone wants to come back up, be a part of that as the team sends off, it's been a ritual, and hopefully the buses will be at the right place at the right time and work the entire time for the first time in 3 weeks. But the team will leave about 1:15, so if you want to be up to school, back by the field house, send these players off. Up at Waco ISD Stadium, 6 p.m. will be the kickoff. We'll start about 5:30 on the pregame. We got an interview with the coach from College Station, with Coach Griffin, that will play in the pregame, and then fire things off at 6 p.m. live on the NFHS Network with the call of the game. Much less, there's not much to do Friday here. You might as well just join us and go up to Waco and watch these kids perform. They continue to show out each and every week and come and support them on Friday. Not looking too far ahead. The road continues on after this week with a win. We look at another weekend of travel. Things seem to start stretching out, slowing down. How does that look for you guys as coaches? You have to prepare either way.
Yeah, I mean, you just prepare for it when it happens and kind of make some plans out ahead of time a little bit if you can. And we're looking at either, we'll go down and beat College Station this week. Then we've got the winner of Smithson Valley and Fulshear. And we've tried to get our hands on as much film as we can get already and start working on that a little bit. But, the main focus is College Station. Like I said, one play at a time. Take care of one play, and if you win enough of those, then you're going to come out on top.
We'll take a quick break. Head coach Chuck Griffin visited with us. Now we'll wait for a special guest, a senior wide receiver in Marquise Dominguez. Will be next, live here on the Eagle Nation Coach Show, live from the Golden Rule. Back here live at the Eagle Nation Coaches Show, 606 South Church Street, home of your Eagle Nation Coach Show, the Golden Rule. And now joined by number 2, Marquise Dominguez, senior wide receiver. And he's a silent assassin, if you want to call it. He doesn't like to talk much, but I already prepped him. I was like, questions are coming, rapid fire, and be ready to talk about this stiff arm. Marquise, you go into a game like that, Magnolia West. You guys go on the road. All year, this offense seems to just let their work be their mouth and do the talking for them. This big catch, it's one of those, I would think, I never played receiver, but sitting here looking at Drayden and talking to you, the dream deal of taking 98 yards, getting a ball that just hits you right in the basket, making a big cut. Walk us through that play. You take off a double move. and I didn't even see it on the first, and now I've watched it 100 times because it was such a beautiful play. This double move that totally took the defender off of his route, and you got to step on him. Walk us through that play. I mean, you made it all happen. That was beautiful.
It's just like as I was running, I just saw him that he was hawking me and stuff, and I just felt like I just needed to make something happen. So I just cut between them, and I guess he just fell, and I was still on my feet, and then I stiff armed that one guy, and it just felt good to be at the touchdown.
That was his second opportunity to get you. Yeah. Twice he tried, he couldn't get you.
So you're headed down the sideline, and at the right time, it's like you saw it coming, but at the right time you make this cut between them. You all kind of hit. You shake that one defender off and continue the run across the field. At that point, what are you thinking? Hey, it's a foot race. I just got to get to the end zone, or what's going through your head at that point?
Yeah, I thought I was going to outrun man, but I guess he was fast enough to catch up to me, so I just had to stiff arm him.
How good did that feel?
It felt good.
98 yards, ties a school record. So now Marquise Dominguez gets to go up in that book of the tied for the longest touchdown catch in Georgetown history, which speaks volumes. But you and Drayden, the other night, it seemed to work. It clicked. When it was time to go to Drayden, Noah laying the ball across there, the 45-yard touchdown, the touchdown to the corner, but then he gives you one up to throw up. It seems like you have a knack to go up and grab a ball away from the defender. It seems natural for you. Is that something you enjoy doing? Like, hey, give me a jump ball, I'll go get it?
Oh, yeah, I love head-topping people. It's so fun. So fun.
Now, a game like that, to be able to do it in the corner of the end zone on a big play on that kind of a stage, is it even better?
Yeah, makes everything better, yeah.
So the senior year continues to go for you guys. You and Drayden were the highlighted receivers last year. You guys continue to put up numbers, and now this year, knowing people are going to focus on you more because of your ability, because of your speed, because of the fact this offense will throw it up and put it up there. You challenge yourselves to just go one-on-one, to be ready no matter what's thrown at you, and to be the best you can be. What do you and Drayden do as you prepare each week? Is it a challenge for you guys? You talk about that, or is it you just go out and make things happen?
We just tell each other that we're just going to go out and just work these DBs. Like, they can't guard us. They can't really do nothing. So we know how it's going to be when we play.
How has it been? You guys start the year out with Tucker Griffin, a guy you guys have played with for years, and then all of a sudden Tucker goes down, Noah jumps in. What kind of confidence do you guys have in him, and did you help instill in him as a quarterback to just trust and put that ball out there and let you guys go to work to help him out?
Just after a few games, yeah, Noah just been doing so well. And putting the ball on us and stuff, and just helping the offense out so well. Yeah.
How much fun was it last week? 4 catches, 150-something yards, 151, I believe it was. 2 touchdowns. How much fun is a game like that for a receiver like yourself to go out there? Do you get to talk smack to Drayden? Hey, I had more yards, or is it, hey, we both had 2 touchdowns, we helped our team, and we continue to do good things?
We just do whatever we can just to help this team and push us however far we need to be.
Now, you and Draydo have been friends for a good while. How long have y'all known each other?
Probably since sixth grade.
6th grade. Did you grow up in Georgetown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a picture that Mike Adams posted after you guys won against New Braunfels Canyon, kind of giving you guys a shout-out to Tucker and to you and to Noah and to Draydo and Petter. And it had a picture of you guys at a younger age, and it seems like things have kind of blown up here. I mean, it seems a lot taller now. Coming back from those days, how much fun are you having in this senior year where you've worked so hard from middle school time with these guys and been on the field with them year in and year out? How much fun is it now as a senior, as you guys now into round number 3? How much fun is Marquise having?
Just like all of us growing up together, it's so much fun, and just playing the sport that we love and what we do like every day. It feels great just to keep playing it.
What's the future for Marquise?
Just go to college, play football, do whatever, yeah.
Any commitments yet?
No.
Okay. Any inside scoops for us? Nope, not yet. All right, so we'll have to keep watching the Twitter.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll keep watching. We're ready to hear it because we figure at some point that the film gets out there. I mean, the catches that you make, the speed that you have, the breaking the tackles, making those moves, it's just fun to watch. And at some point, Coach, I tell you what, this coaching staff retweets things and puts it out there. Hey, here's a good one. it's just fun to watch. So we're going to keep watching because we know it's coming at some point so we can celebrate this with you.
And you know what's fun for Coach Beatty is he's got you, Drado, the wide receiver, slot receiver. He's got everybody can catch the ball. Weston Bruce is lit it up as well. So who do you cover as a defense? You can't double team you, can't double team Drado because somebody's going to be wide open. So that's got to be a lot of fun because you know it's just when your number's called, it's going to be fun, right?
Yeah.
So.
We made him talk more than I thought we would, and I appreciate it. It's funny. I maybe Drado coached him up this week because I thought it was going to be harder to get him to talk. Before I let you go, any shout-outs?
Shout out my mom. Shout out Code Blue. Shout out Death Row. And shout out Round 3.
You ready for Friday?
Yeah.
All righty. Marquise Dominguez, everybody, your wide receiver, joins us here tonight. Quick timeout. We'll come back with the guy that has done a lot of pounding of people with the football, and Andrew Petter. We'll be right back here on the Eagle Nation Coaches Show. Back here live at the Golden Rule. The Eagle Nation Coaches Show continues on with number 22 on your offensive lineup. The running back, junior Andrew Petter, joins us now. We just talked about it. It's funny. Kelly has created this imaginary fan club called the Petterheads. And he said it one night on a broadcast. He's like, the Petterhead fan club is excited. And so now it's kind of become a recurring theme every week as Andrew breaks a run, runs over somebody, that we talk about the Petterheads unite and in excitement for the ground game and what Andrew's been doing. But week after week, it seems like the rock comes your way and you continue to just put yards up on the stat sheet. You keep running over people. You keep running around people. You keep having people try to chase you down. You carry people. It's kind of nice of you. It seems like you give a lot of piggyback rides to defenders on your free time. How much fun are you having? It's been a big junior year for you.
Yeah, no, I've been having a lot of fun running behind some big old linemen. It's a pretty easy job.
A lot of pancakes seem to get dished out last week against Magnolia West. Broden Elliott, a couple of big hits. It was just fun to watch. How easy do they make it for you right now? It seems like these holes continue to get wider and wider for you to run through and for you to find to make your moves and to start creating these first downs.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy. I just got to go a certain way. They block for me, and I just make my cut.
And then you've got pretty good blocking on the outside with wide receivers because that's half their job is blocking, and when you come around the edge there. So
yeah,
they need to step up blocking up a little bit. We can tell them right now they're both here. No,
Ice Game does a good job blocking for
me. We talk about like last week Magnolia West. A couple of times you came out of the backfield and they didn't pick it up, so coach was able to run it again in the second half. This big kind of looks like a wheel route to us, but you come out of the backfield and you get hit by this beautiful pass from Noah. How much fun is that coming out of the backfield without the ball, but yet knowing you're a target? And for some reason, people forget about you.
Yeah, no, it's fun. I mean, running around being wide open, me with the ball, it's pretty easy.
over 1,600 yards now, I believe it is, on the year. We went into the game last week as we looked at the stats going in. You had more rushing yards than the team as a whole for Magnolia West. And we talk about the work that this offense does, the balance that's going in, the passing game, the rushing game. In the game back to New Braunfels Canyon, the wind played an effect, the cold, the rain. And so the running game became the highlight feature that night because of that, the weather, and you put up over 220 yards. How much fun do you have in a game like that, or is it just, hey, let's get to the end so I can get in the ice bath and take a break with a big night like that against a team like New Braunfels?
I mean, yeah, getting 40 carries is pretty fun, but afterwards, it's pretty sore. But, it's what I do. It's fun.
Last year we had Nate Denny in here, pretty powerful runner as well. Once he got able to get in there and run a little bit, do you still stay in touch with him where he's in college now? And did you pick up anything last year from him or?
Well, I didn't really know him very well, but I do keep in touch with him via Instagram. But watching that hurdle last year, I tried to mimic that last year. That one game that didn't really work very well.
You seem to be the feature back every once in a while. You get a breather. How much do you enjoy from being there, knowing that ball at any point you could be getting that ball from Noah from the first quarter to the end? That this ground game anchors around you.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I mean, with Noah being able to pass the ball and then me getting the ball, it opens up our offense a lot. It's pretty easy. As
a junior, but yet a year under your belt, you're on this varsity team as an important cog in the offense last year as a sophomore. Now as this year keeps going, and now next year you'll come back as one of the senior leaders. What do you look forward to in that challenge to know that you're going to be one of the 3-year starters on this varsity team next year and to be that leader to help prepare the other guys as they come up and to carry on this tradition once you're gone?
Yeah, I know. It's going to be fun. I remember sophomore year thinking, oh, no, this is going to be a long time. And before I know it, I'm going to be a senior leader, and it's going to be fun to teach the young guys how to do this thing.
How much fun are you guys having on the offensive side, you and the running backs, the offense, in a season like this where you don't skip a step and things seem to be clicking well? The defense continues to get you guys the ball back. How much fun are you having in just this, the confidence level that this team seems to have each and every week?
Yeah, each and every week we're getting better. Defense is giving us the ball, and you just keep building off each win.
When the defense turns that around, you guys, do you see it as a challenge that when the defense does their job, hey, it's our time to go put points on the board, and you guys just seem to compliment it? Is that you challenge yourselves to do that, or is it, hey, this offense just knows no matter what, we're going to put it on the board whether the defense has a great stop or not? If they get a big play, we're going to do our work. How do you guys stay motivated in that, putting up 55 points in a playoff game? That's a tough deal.
Yeah, each drive we're just trying to score every drive. And, yeah.
What motivates Andrew Petter? What gets you each week as you prepare, knowing you're gonna be the one taking a lot of hits? You're going to be going up in that line, and a lot of defensive guys want to get a hold of you and take you to the ground. What gets you motivated each and every week and prepared to go and get to work on Friday nights?
Just doing my job, playing for my teammates, playing for the seniors, just playing to win.
What are some players maybe in college or NFL that you've kind of looked up to and kind of model your play after?
Definitely Christian McCaffrey. That's why we're 22.
I can see that. Very cool.
Makes sense. Do you feel like this year, it feels like for us this year, and so maybe I'm curious if it does for you, does it feel like your size and speed seem to catch some people off guard? Because it seems like this year you've grown from your sophomore year to junior year. You've gotten stronger, gotten bigger, but yet the speed, it seems to catch people off guard. Do you feel that way on the field? Do you feel like you're just a step ahead at times, or how does that work for you?
Yeah. It's nice to actually outrun some people this year compared to last year. Had a lot more bigger runs this year, so that's good.
Friday night, a big game against College Station. Your number is going to get called. Everyone knows that. They know it. These teams prepare for you and still have a hard time stopping you. What do you do to get ready for this Friday night? Got a down week from school. Is that something that's good for you to let the body recover, some downtime practices, and then get ready for Friday?
Yeah, it's definitely great having some time off to rest. Each week or each day of practice, we've been just preparing for the game. Just keep doing our job. We'll be fine.
Any shout-outs before I let you go?
Shout out Beast Mode. That's pretty much it.
That's it. Andrew Petter, number 22, your running back, joins us here on the Eagle Nation Coaching Show. Quick timeout. We'll be right back. Back here live at the Eagle Nation Coaches Show from the Golden Rule, 606 South Church Street, home of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show here all football season long. Thanks to the owners, all the staff. Man, they've been great to us, and we appreciate each and every week the Golden Rule and what they do, making this the home of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show with Chuck Griffin each and every week. And they let us keep coming back every week because these guys keep showing off on the field. And so now we're joined by one of the board members, James Smith. I'm going to get it. I was so nervous about I got so many names going through my head. Basketball season and football going. And you join us tonight, father of, for those that know, Jug, but Daniel Obina. No, Boot. Not Jug.
Jacob Weishaupt.
I told you I'm going to get him wrong.
I got you.
Boot. I tell you what.
You're better than me.
It has been fun watching him run over people.
Yeah.
The blocks. We talked to him earlier in the year at one of the shows. And the way Jacob, it's like he takes his job assignment and just goes crazy with it, the blocks. But then when his number's called, to catch the ball the other night, 5 catches on the night, and then running over one of the Mustangs, we're having so much fun in the booth talking about it. It just seems like whatever role any of these kids seem to get on this team, they make the most of it to make this team even better. And Jacob's had a great year at that. I was so excited to see he's a junior. That was more exciting to me for an opportunity. He's going to come back in his senior year to be a leader, but another player that's going to be there with Noah and Petter on this offense to be the leaders of this offense next year. Booster Club, going crazy, continuing to grow and to do great things for this program. What's on the latest with the Booster Club?
Right, so we've got quite a few things going on. I'm going to look at my notes here.
Absolutely.
So we've got we'll be serving breakfast. We'll be ready at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning with donuts and kolaches and then stuff like that.
Is that tomorrow or Friday?
I'm sorry. That's tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's tomorrow.
Right
after
Thursday.
practice.
Okay.
Right.
Sorry.
And then Friday at 11:30, we'll be serving lunch, team lunch, same place at the school there. And then for our tailgate stuff, we'll be at Old Chicago Tap Room, and we'll be leaving here around 1 o'clock, but the tailgate will start around 3.
And that's Old Chicago?
Old Chicago. I think it's Old Chicago Tap Room.
They're in Waco, not far from the stadium.
Right, correct.
Waco ISD Stadium. How did it work last week? I know I messed the name up. I called it Nacho Libre, and that's not what it was. We were joking about it before we went on the air, and of course I said it, but it was like Rancho Grande or something.
Oh yeah.
It seems like this team that likes to travel together. These parents, and so it's important to be out there, enjoy a good meal. 3 o'clock. It's a little bit earlier. Pay attention to that because the game being at 6 p.m. and plenty of time to eat and get over to the stadium for these guys.
It's a 1-hour drive up the interstate, but you're going to have some holiday traffic. So plan accordingly. Maybe do an hour and a half. Just
absolutely
give it some time. Make sure you're there early.
I'll be on the road as soon as the USA soccer game ends. I will be watching that first, and then headed up the road. The Booster Club continues to strive on the things that they do for this team. All the adjustments in the locker room this year, the upgrades in the flooring. The help has to keep coming, though, the support. Sure. I keep asking about that every week. How important is that for you guys as board members to get that help, to get that volunteering in, and for all the parents to try to get involved and make it easier for everyone?
Well, I mean, it does. It makes it easier for everyone, and then also it makes it a better product, too. The more help that we can get, the better stuff, the more stuff we can do for these boys.
And one of the things that the Booster Club does is provide the buses, correct? They arrange the buses, so that comes, the more we can have at meet the Eagles, that helps, those late playoff runs and go. We've got enough set aside all the way to state.
Yeah, that's right. We sure do.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the season, I think it's January timeframe, there will be a banquet.
Correct.
You guys, I'm sure, can use help on that to get that going.
100%. We've already got the chairman and co-chairman for that, but they're in the works with it right now. So if anybody wants to is interested in helping out, get with Stephanie Lloyd or Talita Casey.
Talita Casey, one of the board members. Stephanie Lloyd. Is she a board member too?
Yes.
Okay. I forget all the names. I'm sitting here looking at her. Yes, she is. I was there Monday. It's a long week already.
Understood.
But I'm thankful. I'm here, so we're good with that. So the big thing, Thursday, tomorrow morning, the boys will have a walkthrough type practice, last practice there at the field. But come out. The parents are welcome to come out and watch that. It'll be about a 45-minute to an hour practice there with Coach Griffin and his staff. And then coffee or hot chocolate donuts there at the field house. So going to be a part of that with the boys and watch that and be a part. And then go home and stuff yourself with turkey and all the good stuff. But then Friday, be on the road, 3 o'clock at the Old Chicago Tap Room. an awesome opportunity to meet together, have a meal, and then go to the stadium to watch these boys perform. Anything else from you guys we need to get put out?
Sure. I just want to put a shout out to Golden Rule for hosting this again.
Absolutely.
And to SHM for picking us up this weekend.
Oh, we love it. I tell you what, we have a blast with it. And my wife's going to go this week. It was cold last week, but then it ended up being such a small area. It kind of worked out that she took the night off and enjoyed being in the warmth of home. But we'll have a full contingent going. I tell you what, right now, SHM, we love doing what we do and supporting these kids and putting their athletic achievements out there and highlighting them. Basketball is in full swing, so Saturday we'll be down at the AT&T Center in San Antonio at 1 o'clock for the boys basketball team to take on Lhasa there at AT&T Center on the Spurs home court. And so everything will be on SHN basketball-wise for now. NFH Network, we continue to pick up the games and be rewarded with them, which is awesome. And so we will be there live on Friday night, 6 p.m. If you can't be there in the stadium, 5:30, we'll have the pregame. And at 6 o'clock, we'll go live with the kickoff to bring you Georgetown Eagle football. Mr. Smith, thanks for joining us tonight. Of course. Everyone, make sure you come out and join these boys Friday night at 6 o'clock start, Waco ISD. If you look online on the Twitter pages, Eagle Football and Coach Griffin, they put out the link for tickets. Make sure you get your tickets. But remember, there's a $5 parking fee, cash only.
And clear bag policy.
And clear bag policy. So make sure you reach out, but come out, watch these boys as they continue to perform into round 3, the regional semifinals, taking on the College Station Cougars. Thanks for joining us live here tonight at the Golden Rule for the Eagle Nation Coaches Show. We'll sign off. We'll go enjoy some Thanksgiving and then be back Friday with some football. Eagle football continues live on SHN and this week on the NFHS Network. Thanks for joining us tonight. Have a good weekend. And remember, it doesn't cost you a dime to be kind.
The Golden Rule, the official sponsor of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show, is located at 606 South Church Street in Georgetown, Texas. Eats, drinks, unmatched atmosphere. Above all else, goodwill, friendship,